Hello everybody, Mustafa's Movie Corner here. Today, I am going to be doing my Spliced video for the VHS that I still own for the longest time since 2017. This is the one right here. The print date for this tape is January 11th, 2000. For this tape right here that I bought from Valley Village in Newmarket in August 2017, when I have bought this, I could have sworn if it's going to have the Teletubbies Big Hug content, but whenever I popped it in, it's actually not. It's actually the Global Channel tape, like as a blank tape whenever I popped it in. And last night, I knew if I could have sworn if it's going to have any of new Teletubbies portions since this is a blank tape. So I went ahead and why not pop this into the VCR to check if there's any of the new Teletubbies stuff. And whenever I popped it in to check it on that tape, all it has, well, whenever I watched this last night, all it has is the X-Files with the episode Brand X, which is the full episode on that tape. And then after that, it skips to the Fox 25 News, which it's a little portion. And then right after that, it, however, skips to the half part of the Teletubbies Big Hug. Yeah, this is something which I actually never realized it happened until then when I tested it. And I even watched it all the way through. Yeah, no joke. This is actually the half part of Teletubbies Big Hug. Everything else, including the Warner Home Video logo and the opening and everything, is missing. That's how I knew when I got it. Yeah, this is definitely the half part. And as you could probably already tell by looking at the short amount of film strip, I don't know if y'all can tell, but this is the tape which I need to splice just to start at the half part where it begins. For all of some of the film strip that had the X-Files episode for Brand X, some of its film strip, I had to throw it out. Well, mainly it's because I honestly never liked the X-Files, and that's some of the film strip which I need to throw it out. Even though it's not that damaged, but I need to splice it just to start the part for the half part. And while I need to splice it for the half part, I threw away some of all the film strip that had the X-Files, which I never liked it. So that's why I need to splice it just to throw some of it out, which is of course the main reason why some of its film strip is there. Yep, this I need to splice just to start the half part where the Teletubbies Big Hug portion begins. Like the half part to be exact. I'll show you where the half part begins. Let me turn on the TV. And let me turn on the volume a little bit. Here we go. And this is a proof that we're about to get onto right now. Yeah, no joke. I wasn't even kidding at all. I watched this last night, and that's where the half part of this video begins. I left some of the Fox 25 News so y'all can see where the half part of Teletubbies Big Hug begins. I'm not even kidding at all. Let's watch. Here we go. I guess you could call it a bust or something.
This is a chip that's going to be on some of the shoes of the runners tomorrow. As soon as they cross the finish line, a little noise goes off and it sends a time right back to the...
See? What did I just say about it before? See?
Hello, my name's Francesca. Let's find Andy.
See that video right here? See that? This is exactly the half part where the Teletubbies big hug begins after the Fox 25 news. This I was definitely not expecting at all. I never realized it happened until then when I checked it to test it out the tape last night. Yeah, this is definitely the half part. So, because of this being the half part of Teletubbies Big Hug, this now marks my 4th copy, which I have 3 other copies, which I will show them to you all right now. I might as well get them out. Here are the other 3 that I owned for the longest time. Because of it, how it marks my 4th copy, that how I ended up with. Even though the screener copy was first before the retail, I'm just going to start with this main copy because of how it's the first one that I, hold on, wait. There we go. My apologies. Almost I meant to show you all the wrong one, but this is the main one which I meant to show, of course. This main one I got from Amazon.ca back in 2018. And because of it, it's the reason why I bought it. Because to have Teletubbies Big Hug portion on it. Like the real deal, to be exact. The print date on this tape is January 13th, 2000. So, I believe it's 2 days apart than this. Wait. January 11th. Yep. 2 days apart. Like I said, this first main copy I bought from Amazon.ca back in 2018. And now here's the second copy. This is the screener copy. Which, as you can tell by looking at the different color of the different PBS Kids logo and by looking at this full-length screener cassette logo. And this too, by looking at the different profile of the Teletubbies, and even says this: for trade use only, not for sale, rental, or public exhibition. Yep. This is the screener copy. As you can tell, I customized the label and the print dates because when I've got it, back in last year, I think, the back of the VHS shell was broken, and I tried to replace the back one into another one, but it couldn't fit in, so I mainly use it for the another VHS which did I own? Nope. This tape is not recycled from the 2002 Paramount Naive and the Dursley VHS. Nope, not recycled at all. This I mainly used my second copy of Dora the Explorer Map Adventures 2003 VHS shell just to put the film strip and this label and the print date right here. And that's the way how it wanted to be looks like. The print date on this tape is October 24th, 1999, so this screener copy must have been an early print since this must have came out in 2000 from whenever somebody told me on YouTube. This mainly because of the print date. I could have sworn if it's from 1999 and including the back of the case, but from what I hear, somebody has actually told me from YouTube that this screener copy is still from 2000. Kind of interesting. And now, here's my third copy. This one is the United States copy without the Canadian Rain G sticker on it. The spine right here is faded, but that's alright. The print date on this tape is December 28th, 1999. Once again, early print. This tape is from 2000, and this tape was printed before 3 days of Happy New Year. Yep, as you can tell, those were the 4 copies of Teletubbies Big Hug I ended up owning. 2 of them Canadian versions. This one's the half part, and this full part is the one I got from Amazon.ca, as I mentioned before. Yep, this one is definitely the full part. This one's the half part. I just didn't know and realize it had the half part until then when I checked to test it out last night. So, because of how it's the half part where I've tested it last night, this now marks my 4 copies of Teletubbies Big Hug that I own. Pretty crazy. Yeah, pretty crazy that I own 4 copies. So, since how it's because it marks my 4th copy that how it contains the half part of Teletubbies Big Hug, I'm definitely gonna have to buy me a case, and I might have to do a customized cover on for that tape right here since it marks my 4th copy. I'm gonna have to find a way for this. Yeah, pretty crazy that I have 4 copies of Teletubbies Big Hug. Pretty crazy. Yep, that's how I need to splice it, just to start with the half part of this Teletubbies Big Hug where it begins. And that is it for my splice video for this tape where the half part of Teletubbies Big Hug begins. That is definitely it, and I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in a next upload. This is Mustafa's Movie Corner, signing out.